What happened on D-Day? D-Day was the largest amphibious invasion to date. Until that fateful day, France had been under the control of German forces for 2 years since the fall of France. After finally beating the Germans in Italy, it was time for the invasion of mainland Europe. The plans for the invasion were monstrous and meticulously thought out. The attack was to take place on Normandy Beach. Despite being further from Germany, its location was chosen as the German defenses here were weaker than the shorter path across the English Channel towards the Port de Calais, where Hitler presumed the attack would come from. To help keep the invasion a surprise, the British, under Operation Fortitude, actually set up an entire fake army comprised of wooden planes, inflatable tanks, and even appropriate radio communications, with Patton and Monty themselves barking orders on the daily to help give the illusion of a major pending attack. The plan was a success. With the Germans falling for the gag, Rommel placed heavy defenses near Calais, while the real invasion was in preparation to take place to the south. On the morning of June 6, 1944, the fleet set off from Britain, carrying 150,000 men set to liberate France. The assault onto the beaches was practiced by the troops meticulously and was to take place over key locations along the Normandy coast. Utah and Omaha Beach were to be attacked by the American troops, while beaches Gold and Sword were to be hit by the British. Finally, Juno Beach was where the Canadian Army was to mount its assault. The landings themselves were helped along by a massive fleet of bombers. They pounded the beach in advance, alongside paratroopers being dropped ahead of the invasion to secure the roads inwards towards the beaches, thereby slowing down any German reinforcements bound for Normandy. The troops who landed on all beaches were met by a hail of gunfire, with many of the initial crafts being wiped out entirely. Slowly and surely, as more and more troops began to pile on the beaches, small holes were opened up in the defenses, and throughout that hellish day, they managed to break through the German defenses and punch forwards into France, creating a launch point for the rest of the army to begin operations in Europe. In the end, although many lives were lost on the beaches, the invasion was a complete success, and the Allied forces began their fight towards liberating France and Germany from the west, while the Soviets pushed in from the east. Hitler's armies, already having been devastated by the war in the east, it was only a matter of time before the war reached its conclusion and everyone went home